Hey everybody, so I wanted to show you guys some stuff that I got over the weekend, mostly at Goodwill or at Half Price Books, which is a discount bookstore. And I'll try to do this. It may be hard because I've messed up my back, so I may have difficulty doing this, but I'm going to try, so we'll see how it goes. I will show you first off this thing that I ordered from eBay, which I got in the mail today. And it is this Twilight Zone Gremlin figure. And most of these Gremlin figures you can only find for like 50 bucks or more. And I actually got a really good deal on this one because, as you can see, the package was damaged. Even though it's brand new, the this part of the package obviously came loose. So I got a really good deal on it. And I had just really been wanting this Twilight Zone figure. I love that episode with the gremlins on the plane and, you know, seeing the gremlins on the plane. And I just thought he was so cute because, you know, he's furry and fuzzy. And I absolutely love the face. I think they got the face just perfect. And I love his little, like, hands sticking out. And he's got kind of like a little bit of a puffy stomach, and his legs move really well, as do his arms, so he's definitely very movable. Can even bend his elbows a little bit. So I just thought he was adorable, and I had to get him when I saw that I could get a good deal on him. So I got that. And I would like some others in this figure collection. I actually didn't realize the figures were that big. I thought they would be as little as some of the other figures that I'll show you in a little bit, because I did pick up a couple more Twilight Zone figures at Half Price Books, and I thought that the Gremlin would be the same size as them, and I was really wrong. But I'd love to have the Jason Foster one, I'd love to have the Devil one, and I'd love to have Talkie Tina. They're the other ones in this series that I'd really like to have, and I'm guessing they would be the same size as the Gremlin. But I just thought that was really cool. I wanted to show it to you before I get into the other stuff. So let's go ahead and we'll do the Half Price Books haul. And like I said, my back is kind of messed up, so I'll try to do this the best I can. Hopefully it won't mess my back up too much more. So I got this Twilight Zone Bandage Patient from episode 42, Eye of the Beholder. And I just decided to get this because I do like that episode a lot. I like kind of the commentary it is on, you know, the concept of beauty and what is beautiful to some, maybe hideous to others, and that kind of stuff. So I thought this figure was cool. And you can see, like, compared, I mean, like, these figures are much, much smaller than these other figures. So I was surprised at the size difference. But I'm happy because I love the Gremlin, and I love him being a little bit bigger, actually. I think that's really cool. And then on the back here, you can see all the different ones they have. They have Bob Wilson, another Gremlin, but this one isn't fuzzy, it looks like. He's just a little statue. They have Kenemitt, Henry Bemis, who I would love to have, Talkie Tina, Invader, Dr. Bernardi, which I need to get since he goes with the Bandage Patient. Santa Claus, Anthony Fremont, Three-Eyed Venusian, the Major, the Bagpiper, the Ballerina, the Clown, and the Hobo, which I really do want the Clown. I actually wouldn't mind having probably the Ballerina either, or the Hobo, but the Clown is the one that I definitely would want the most from that episode. So, like I said, I got the Bandage Patient, and I also picked up this one, which is the nurse from the same episode, episode 42, Eye of the Beholder. And I really liked, you know, just kind of the look of this one. She's just kind of creepy with, like, the pig face look. So I had to get that. And like I said, I do want to get Dr. Bernardi, too. So I'll have all three in this series. And actually, the doctor and the nurse one, they also come in green ones. So you can get either figures in all green or all white. But I much prefer the all white ones, actually. So I got those, which were, I think, like $6 or $7 each. They really weren't that bad. And then at the discount bargain books area of Half Price Books, I got this Secrets of the Freemasons book by Michael Bradley. And I just thought it looked cool. I've always been kind of interested in conspiracy theories. And I like how this one, it kind of goes over important Freemasons and kind of how they were associated with the group and stuff like that. It has some cool artwork in it. I do have to say my favorite part of this book is the highlighted information about specific members that were high-ranking or important to history or whatever. And I do love the art, too. It's pretty cool. And it's just very informational, has a lot of cool stuff in it. I was actually reading through a little bit of it when I was at Half Price Books, and already found out a couple things that I actually didn't know. So I thought that would be cool to check that out. So I got that book, and then I've been wanting a book about Edvard Munch, the artist, and so I found this book. I thought they had two books actually of his artworks, and this is the one that I liked the best. I love this picture, by the way. I love that. I think it's detail from his version of Starry Night, but which I kind of wonder if he was, inspired by Van Gogh. I'm not sure which of them necessarily painted first. I don't know for sure, but I like just a lot of the drawings and art in this one. And as you can see at the beginning, it's mostly commentary with some small pictures, but when you get near the back, it has like full-size images of some of his works, which some of these I definitely recognize. I mean, everybody knows The Scream. That's by far, I'm sure, his most famous painting. But some of these others are quite popular too. Like there's the Starry Night one, which, like I said, I kind of wonder if, he wasn't inspired a little bit by Van Gogh, but I'm not sure actually who painted first. So I'd have to look into the dates for those. But I do love his artwork, so I just wanted a book that I could read about and kind of I just check out some of his other artworks. So I thought this was a cool book, so I got that. And then I'll go through some Goodwill stuff that I got, which is mostly, I think this is just books mostly. I got Dr. Mao's Harmony Tai Chi, which Tai Chi is something that I've actually done a little bit in the past, as well as I've also done yoga. But I know Tai Chi is supposed to be really good for like relaxation, and really good for if you have physical problems. It's supposed to be a gentle exercise that you can do that won't hurt your body too much, which is definitely something I could use because my body sometimes feels like it's falling apart. So as you can see, it has some pretty easy to follow charts that show you how to do different Tai Chi exercises, and some of these are just like stretches and stuff, but in the back here you get more of the actual Tai Chi kind of exercises like that. So I thought this would be something that maybe would be calming and might help my fibromyalgia and like that kind of stuff, because supposedly exercises like these can be good for fibromyalgia, so I figured I'd check that out. And then I also got this book, The Care and Feeding of Your Qi, Feng Shui for Your Body by Sky Alexander. And I thought it just looked like an interesting book. I mean, I'm well familiar with the concept of, the energetic body and of qi or ki, or, whatever you want to call it, if you want to just call it energy, whatever. But I thought that this would be kind of an interesting read. It's just like little tips for, kind of, I guess, in a sense, getting, your chakras aligned, or, that kind of stuff. And I am a person that is a little bit into New Age spirituality type stuff. I'm not religious per se. I don't necessarily conform to any dogma or ideology or anything like that. But I do enjoy trying to, explore my spiritual side. And I do kind of, believe in like a universal type of energy, or whatever you want to call it. And then the last thing I got at Goodwill was this Dead Poets Society DVD, and this is a really good movie if any of you haven't seen it. I mean, it's definitely a more mature movie, so I wouldn't recommend it for little kids, but Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors of all time, and actually his serious movies like Dead Poets Society or What Dreams May Come are some of my favorite movies probably ever, and definitely my favorite movies of his. But Dead Poets Society and What Dreams May Come are definitely my favorite movies of his. And I love kind of the inspirational type of feel of them, but also they're not like cheesy, you know. They're inspirational, but they actually have some meaning to them. So that's some of the stuff I got this weekend. I didn't get, obviously, a lot of toys except for like the Twilight Zone toys. Just didn't find much this week that, you know, really caught my eye. But I did happen to find, you know, some books and stuff like that, so I wanted to show those. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And consider following me on Instagram if you haven't already. The link to that is in the video description. And I'll see y'all later, so bye-bye!